What's up everyone, Instructor Cory here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're covering 5 highway hacks I wish I knew sooner to help me stay safe on my motorcycle. Let's go. Number 1 is to wear high visibility gear. Equip yourself with bright, reflective clothing to increase your visibility to other drivers. This enhances safety, especially during low light conditions or heavy traffic. Now, even when I'm driving along in a car on the highway and I'm actively looking out for motorcyclists, it's very hard to see a lot of bikers, especially the ones who are dressed in all black. But as soon as I peek in my mirrors or look ahead and see that high-vis neon color, it pops right away and I'm able to identify, hey, there's a motorcycle rider, and give them extra space and cushioning to help keep them safe. This is what you want when you're riding your motorcycle. People to be able to identify you as quickly as possible so they don't run you over and kill you. Hack number 2 is to utilize the safety bubble. Maintain a safe distance from other vehicles, creating a buffer zone around your motorcycle. This safety bubble gives you more time to react to sudden changes in traffic and reduces the risk of collisions. The more time and space you have, the more options you have to deal with potential threats and hazards and stuff that's going to try and kill you. Give yourself as much time and space as possible. That way you have as much time and space to deal with the problem before you crash into it and get killed. I see a lot of motorcycle riders that are right up on the bumper of other vehicles. If that car or truck makes a sudden braking maneuver or has to make a split-second decision, that biker is not going to have enough time to process that and react and keep themselves safe. Instead, it's going to end up in a big, nasty crash and probably a fatality for that motorcycle rider. Back yourself off of those other vehicles. Give yourself space side to side, front and behind. Keep that safety bubble so you don't have to deal with things in a split second and hope you can make it out. And another useful tip about the safety bubble is even if you're used to riding around town doing like 30, 40 miles an hour on city streets, once you get on the highway, it's going to be a lot faster, higher speeds. Everything's moving so much quicker. If you're used to having a certain safety bubble, you want to double that thing based on those higher speeds because you're going to reach those obstacles that much quicker at that faster speed. Keep it in mind. Hack number 3 for this video is to plan your route. Route? Did we ever decide on that? Before hitting the highway, you want to plan your route using GPS or some other navigation app. This will really help you to avoid congested areas, road closures, and other issues that you might encounter on your travels. You also want to keep an eye out for unfamiliar terrain and roads that you've never been on before, as those can lead to more issues on your motorcycle. Not all roads are created equal, especially highways. Some highways you might be used to riding might be super smooth and well maintained and really good, and you're used to the route and the curves and all that stuff. And then maybe one day your GPS tells you to take a detour onto a different highway. That highway could be super beat up, poorly maintained, potholes and bumps and all kinds of crap everywhere, and maybe some twists and turns that you're not accustomed to and maybe not even ready for at those higher speeds. Definitely want to practice on roads and feel them out at lower speeds, taking your time before you boost it up to those highway speeds and just go for it. That is a good recipe for crashing and potentially getting killed. Another thing I like to do when planning my route is just take a quick look at where I'm going, how long it's expected to get there, and what the temperature is as well. All this information is going to help me know what kind of weather I might encounter while I'm out, how long it should be before I get there, knowing if I need to bring supplies, water, snacks, stuff like that. And in the event I'm going beyond that time that I should have arrived, I know maybe I missed a turn or something like that. This can really help you stay on track without going too far past your desired exit. All right, moving on to hack number 4 for hitting the highway on your motorcycle. This one's to stay hydrated and energized. Long highway rides can be physically demanding as well as mental. Make sure and carry plenty of water and snacks to stay hydrated and energized during your ride. And make sure to take regular breaks and even stretch to make sure you stay alert, focused, and ready to rock and roll. We mentioned that riding on the highway usually involves much higher speeds, so you need to be as alert and focused as possible on your machine. There's times I've been riding on the highway and I realize I'm kind of zoning out a little bit or getting a little bit distracted or maybe even a little bit fatigued or groggy. That is a really good indicator that it's time to pull off, take a break, refresh yourself before you continue your journey. As soon as you have that realization that, hey, I'm kind of zoning out, I'm kind of thinking about other things, I'm not 100% focused on the here and now on my motorcycle, that is the time to pull it off, make a change before you get into an accident and get yourself killed. Have you ever been in your car or on your motorcycle and you travel like 20 miles and then all of a sudden you realize, crap, I don't even know what happened over that 20-mile span. How did I get here safely? I've been so zoned out thinking about everything else except for the road. That is a recipe for disaster. Don't do it. And last but not least is hack number 5. Monitor your mirrors. Make sure and regularly check your mirrors to stay aware of your surroundings at all times when riding a motorcycle. This not only helps you to keep an eye on other vehicles, but to anticipate their movements as well. In essence, this will allow you to identify car and vehicle body language and predict what those vehicles are going to do ahead of time, allowing you to move yourself around and keep yourself safe. Remember what we said earlier about maintaining that safety bubble? Not only will this allow you to keep an eye on those cars, trucks, and other vehicles around you, but you'll be able to spot other potential hazards coming up behind you as well. Have you ever heard one of those stories about a pilot having to make an emergency landing of an airplane on a highway? Imagine you're riding your motorcycle down the highway, you peek in your mirror and you see this private jet coming down for a landing right on top of you. You're going to be really glad you're maintaining that situational awareness, checking those mirrors, and seeing it coming so you can move yourself out of the way, get to a safe spot, and not get squished by an airplane on the highway. This kind of brings us to a little side hack. Let's call it number 6, which is to always expect the unexpected. You never know what's going to happen out there. Debris, tires bouncing, cars swerving, airplanes landing, rhinos running across the road. If you're in a Jumanji situation, you don't know what's going to happen. So always expect the worst. Always expect the unexpected. That way you're ready and prepared at all times. If nothing happens, nothing wrong happens, nothing goes bad, you're cruising along, you make it to your destination one piece, awesome. But if the whole world starts caving in and crashing down all around you, you're ready. You at least have a chance to get yourself out of there and stay alive on your motorcycle. And that's what I want for you. That's the whole purpose of this channel, is for me to try to help you not die on a motorcycle. If you found this video helpful at all, make sure and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and share this video with somebody else who rides that you think could benefit from this information. And whether you've ridden your motorcycle on the highway before and have some tips to share, or you're a brand new beginner and want to ask some specific questions, you can do all that in the comments below, where we can all help one another to become better, safer riders and really transform the riding community and really cut down on all these crashes and fatalities happening all the time. Help me help you. Let's all help each other and be safer out on the roads. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate you. But what if there's another problem? What if you are considering riding your motorcycle on the highway, but there's something else holding you back? Maybe something like fear. Well, then watch this video next to learn how to conquer fear once and for all on your motorcycle and never be afraid while riding again.